They don't help Jews with the State of Israel. The State of Israel just bringing Jews into danger. If you want to help Jews, please bring a peaceful end to the State of Israel. And again, if there is a will, there is a way. And the USSR is the proof of that. South Africa is the proof of that.
Many people who support the Israeli state, not just Zionists, I mean, people who are probably even like soft Zionists, but even TV presenters, everyone sort of says the Zionists and Israel has a right to defend itself. Netanyahu uses this rhetoric a lot. There is this idea that because of what happened in the Holocaust, the Jews should have a state of their own, so that they can kind of be safe. What's your thoughts on that?
Really, you ask two questions, but I will try to answer that firstly. That would say that the Zionists have the right to defend themselves. But who gives them the right to be there in the first place? It's not their land. You cannot rob away someone's house and then to say, I have the right to defend ourselves. Give back the house to the right owner. Then you don't have any enemies. You're not in danger. You're in danger because you took away someone's house. Give back the house. Who gives them for the Zionists the right to take away the land on first hand from the people who used to live there? They bring up Jewish people from the whole world with money tricks to become a majority, to take over the land. Everybody knows the history, knows Jews was only 10%. It may be less than that 400 years ago. In the Holy Land. The Zionists bring up a majority with money tricks, and then they take away the land from the right owners, from the right people who used to live there, and they say, I have the right to defend myself. Who gives you the right to be there? And I might have to say more. Even I don't want to go in politics, but no one on the world have the right to take a country from the people who live there and give them from another people. England, who gives the land, the United Kingdom gives the land for the Zionist people by the Balfour Declaration. Who is England to give them away for another people? Can I give your house away for somebody else? This doesn't belong to England. And even the United Nations haven't got the right to this. And I tell you more. Keir Starmer, yes, he's our Prime Minister, yes? And very respected, fine, very good. He runs the country very good. If he will one day decide to give away England for a present for Italy, yes, what will happen? Everybody will stand up against him. He hasn't got the right to that. It's not his country. Even the king cannot do that. It's not his country. The land belongs for the English people who lives here. Palestine belongs for the people who live there. These are the Palestinian people. That's all. Nobody in the world, not the UN, and not the United Kingdom, and no one on the world have the right to take away this piece of land and give it away for other people where they like them. Nothing will make this right. This wrong will never become a right. No difference who done this wrong. So now you come, Israel say we have the right to defend ourselves, but who gives you the right to take it on first hand? It's not your land. Give back the land for the Palestinians. And now I come back to the other question what you're asking about the Holocaust, that Jews gone through a Holocaust and Jews need a safe country, and the Zionists say we will save you and we will give you a safe country and we will save all the Jews in the whole world from antisemitism. I didn't have to answer. I just say, open the eyes. In today's day, where is the most danger place for a Jew? That's not right. For a Palestinian, for a Jew to live. The one place, Israel. We live in the whole world. Nicely, peacefully, we have no problem. I live here in England nearly 40 years. Yes, I never saw a soldier on the street. I never see somebody going with guns. We don't see that in the street. This means a safe country. Israel, every small child grown up with soldiers, with guns, with tanks, with all of this. This is a safe country. Every day, another bomb, another killing, another This is the most unsafe place for a Jew. For a Jew. We live in the Muslim world much safer than in Israel. Jewish people have a golden life in Iran, a golden life in Morocco, a golden life in Turkey. Everywhere, Jews live peacefully. The only danger place for a Jew to live is the state of Israel. Did they bring any safeness for Jews? They only bring hatred, killing, and danger for Jewish people. They say they're saving Jewish people from antisemitism. They're only raising antisemitism all over the world. Since the Second World War, antisemitism goes out of fashion. And everybody who say even one word what looks anti-Semitic, he have to apologize. Who raising anti-Semitism in today's day? As I told you, I going in the street and I hear behind me Hitler. That means he watched yesterday a film of Gaza. They are raising the anti-Semitism all over the world. They bring in Jewish people into danger. Why do you mean it's happened in Golders Green with the ambulances? What's happened there? Why? This is only because of the war in Iran, because of the war in Gaza. People get so angry, and people, unfortunately, mixing up Jewish people with Zionism, because a secular Zionist, they cannot identify. But they see people like me, oh, he's the Zionist, he's the Jew, the mixing up between Judaism and Zionism. So this has happened. I mean, you know what I'm speaking about, the ambulances in Golders Green. This is... They're erasing all the anti-Semitism, and then they come to cry, oh, this is anti-Semitic. I say every time for the police, they're coming to protect us and protect in our neighborhood. I told them, I'm very thankful you're coming to protect us. Very nice, very good. But you don't need. You don't have just take out one Palestinian flag, and this will answer all the questions. Finish. We don't need it. We don't need the police protection. The Muslims don't hate us. They hate Zionists. When they will see we are against the state of Israel, they have no problem with Jews. You will don't see even one incident. So again, I come back to the point. You're speaking also about affairs. The Zionists don't saving Jews. The Zionists just creating hatred against Jews and making Jews in danger. And what you speak about about what's happened in the Holocaust, firstly, before we going in any explanation, the Holocaust doesn't justify to rob away land from other people. If you want a land, go claim from the Nazis to give you a part of their land. I don't know, there are no Nazis today. I mean, go to them, go to Germany to ask for a land. What, the Palestinians didn't make the Holocaust? Why they have to pay the bill what the Nazis has done? I mean, this is completely unreasonable. If the nations in the world wants to help Jewish people, fine. Say for America, give them the state of Florida for the Jewish people. We are also not allowed to take that. As we are in exile, we have sworn by God not to go out of exile. However, if you want to give them, give them. Say for England, please, give them Newcastle for Jewish people. Very nice. What do you want from the Palestinians? They didn't make the Holocaust. Firstly. Secondly, as I told you, Zionism don't save Jewish people from a Holocaust. They're only bringing anti-Semitism on that.
It's been a difficult 2.5 years especially, and I mean it looks like war is not going to stop anytime soon, although we hope it does, war with Iran and a bigger regional war. What's your thoughts on the future?
Well, look, I'm not I'm a Jewish rabbi, but I'm not a prophet. But I can just say, from the religious point of view, I mentioned it before, according to the Torah, the state of Israel will come to an end. It's written in the Torah in Numbers 14, verse 41, a rebellion against God cannot be succeed. The state of Israel will come to an end. We hope and pray to a peaceful end. And that the whole land from the river to the sea will go back to the Palestinians. How it will happen? I know people say, I say every time I pray to God, it should happen in a peaceful way. People say, cannot be, this will cost millions of lives. I say every time for people, no, just open remember yourself what's happened for 35 years ago. I don't know if it's in new times.
It was in my times.
Yes, and it was 1990 when the USSR disappeared. The USSR was one of the second world power. It was one of the greatest powers. And for people to think that the USSR will come to an end, people think this cannot be, this will happen with millions of lives. It didn't cost even one single life. Even not one single life. In the second example, you see that in South Africa. It's cost lives in South Africa, but not so much as people think it will cost millions of lives. It's cost much, much, much less than this. So that proves that there is a way. If there is a will, there is a way. And this is always my message to the United Kingdom and to the United States and to the EU, where they're helping Israel so blindly. Could be they have a good intention, they want to help Jews, and they're mixing up between Jews and Zionists, and they want to help Jews. Could be. And I'm not a God to judge their intentions. But the deeds, what they're doing, is completely wrongly. They don't help Jews with the state of Israel. The state of Israel just bringing Jews into danger. If you want to help Jews, please bring a peaceful end to the state of Israel. And again, if there is a will, there is a way. And the USSR is the proof of that. South Africa is the proof of that. The state of Israel will come to an end. We hope in a peaceful way. The land will go back to the Palestinians. It doesn't mean that Jews have to be killed. No, we can continue living in Palestine like we live in Iran, like we live in Morocco, like we live in Turkey, like we live in Iraq, like we live in all Muslim countries peacefully. We can continue live in Palestine, but give back the government completely to the Palestinians, from the river to the sea. And then Jews and Muslims can live there together, side by side. And again, under a Palestinian government, under a Palestinian flag. And again, according to the Torah, this will happen. I'm not a politician, but this will happen according to the Torah. I just say that, again, from the Jewish perspective, from the Jewish religion, from Numbers 14, verse 41. The state of Israel will come to an end. Hopefully it will happen in our days. They will come to an end, into a peaceful end. And the land will go back to the Palestinians. I hope that I will see that in my lifetime. Inshallah.